Oh shit. San Juan Capistrano. Okay. This says it's live. It says it is live. It says indeed that we are live. We are live. We are live. Satori, you know that we are live, don't you, girl? Say yeah. Satori in the house, right next to my rainbow boots. Can we just focus right now on Satori and good focus, good focus. Oh, take two. Oh, ha ha ha. We begin each day by loving on our dogs. Hello, love. Hello, love. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, love. Oh, yes, love. She is tasked to lower my blood pressure by making me laugh. And, gosh, when I think about having to sit here and write the justification of how she helps my disability, it's like kind of insulting, you know? But because I look the way I look, no one is going to easily allow me to use a dog to help my disability. But the truth is, anybody can use a dog that is fully trained to help your disability. And I wish that more people would use dogs for this purpose. There's so many stray dogs. I wish that was the argument to shelter dogs. In fact, that might be my argument to shelter dogs. There seems to be this argument that, oh, you should spay and neuter your dog because you don't want to overpopulate the world with dogs. There's so many shelter dogs that get killed all the time, right? But it's like I'm really trying to figure out ways to train these shelter dogs, bring them into schools, and just assign them to students who have trouble relating to people. Um, like a lot of the kids that I was working with this week um, would be a good responsibility that a child would love to have, you know? Like washing dishes, not really, right? But washing a dog is fun. Walking a dog to a kid is fun. Just like for me, selling stuffed animals was fun. It gave me something else to do besides be at home by myself. I was 10 years old, I remember. So these are pictures from Satori service dog in training's first day at school. But then she decided that she didn't want to come to school the next day after. And so then that was a little disappointing because she had full clearance to be in the school for the rest of the week, and but they don't have school on Wednesday. So then she didn't come to school. But she is still a puppy. She's 11 months. But I felt like it was very stressful for her. I know when I'm stressing her out. She had a very stressful day yesterday, in fact. I feel like she does have PTSD or anxiety or some kind of early puppy trauma because she is like very fickle with her food, her eating, and she doesn't trust even me sometimes. And it's been a very long time, and she loves me, I know that, but she won't come when I like say, Satori, come. Sometimes, like indoors, she doesn't come to me. She only comes when I'm outside. She does that. Like I know she's not going to leave me. She's definitely loyal and very protective, which I love. There's so many things that she's done specifically for my PTSD, for my sexual violence trauma and healing from sexual violence and from relationship violence, because she's a relational healing project. That is how she's really tasked to help my CPTSD. She is tasked to keep my blood pressure low so I don't have panic attacks, so I don't have anxiety attacks. And that's a big task, you know? Like a boyfriend, girlfriend can't really do that. They freak out more. They're like, just whatever, deal with it. They make it worse. Oh my goodness. Often, right? Humans get frazzled when other humans are frazzled, but dogs can handle it, you know? So she's tasked to prevent and mitigate emotional dysregulation. And that's a big task, right? She doesn't need to do much. But the tasks that I do want to hire a trainer to teach her would be those tasks, like pressure and pulse. Pulse is where she lays on her chin on my artery, her jugular and my wrist artery together so that she lowers my blood pressure. I had an asthma attack in freaking Don Quixote in a store, and it was terrible. It was like crouching in a corner in front of the employees' entrance, and all the employees were like lined up trying to leave and telling me to move. And then I was like, coughing, right? Coughing up the dust that was in my dirty ass mask that I accidentally put on that day. But I was like, can you guys go around me, you know? Like, they didn't know that I was having an asthma attack, so. And then I was just holding my dog and just holding my dog to my heart, you know, holding my dog to my chest, and it was going to be okay. And that was like, it just helps you not have things be any worse, which often PTSD and CPTSD is all about making things way worse than they actually are. Bipolar disorder is like super exaggeration, super histrionic sort of reaction to like what you think might happen. what should happen, what you're supposed to do. And really all the dog's presence is necessary, you know? These are like untrainable tasks. They're easy. It's just being there, being present, being loved. Like that should not have to be justified. And the only way that you would get into trouble is if your dog attacked someone else's dog, I think. And that is something that I definitely want to watch. I had messed that up at the airport the other day. And you don't know when you F up until you F up, unfortunately. So I went into the airport without her gentle leader, and there was so many people in Honolulu airport. It was really hard to get through the crowd of people, and then in the crowd of people there was another service dog. So I had to totally, and I'm always looking out for dogs as a dog walker, as a dog handler. Which is interesting because I don't know that how people, that's what I mean about people who have other disabilities, right? Like if they're blind or deaf, or like they can't track if there's other dogs in the room. Because I'm always looking for other dogs who might threaten my dog, or vice versa, how she's going to act or pull me towards other dogs, or like how much I have to be really taking control of her leash, really, like preparing for that. So I'm just like, you know, calling her name, making sure she's looking at me, like just beeline to the next exit and not stop at the service dog. Or any dog. Whenever we see any dog in a public space, I want her to not stop and not socialize with that dog, because stores and airports and stuff are not the place to play with other dogs. I actually need to know that. So the clicker is working really well. We went 1,000 times the speed of light using the clicker. So if you are training your own service dog, clicker training. Satori loves the clicker. She's totally into click treat. She loves it. She like loves it. She's like loves it like I loved straight A's, you know, like, but I never got straight A's. She loves it like an Asian kid loves straight A's. No, that's an Asian stereotype. I got all A's and a B consistently. But it's all illusion. Perfection is an illusion. So this is a big win to get my dog in A school because of the department giving me a big no, right? No, we're not going to accommodate your disability at all or give you any empathy. Try again later. And it's like, you know what? I'm not even going to ask next time. I'm just going to, you know, the more confidence that you have, I'm going to ask each principal of each school. That's how I'm going to go about it in the future. Because it ultimately is up to that principal. It was up to this principal to allow pets and service dogs in training in their campus, and it went fine. Possibly because they only have 150 students. But still, it's a great opportunity for everybody involved, and I was really, really proud of my baby, even though she didn't do all days in a row. It's a learning opportunity for me as a handler as well, to see how many days, you know, your dog can actually do this job. But like, what if I wasn't a high functioning handler and I really needed my dog every day? It would be hard because she was like, no, I'm not going. Not gonna happen. So if you have that problem, or if that is an issue, the independence issue with your service doggy training, I'd love to know about that. Thank you.